To get premium trading and investing tips, support on Patreon. How's it going, everybody, and welcome to another Market Watch video, guys. Today EA has released the MLS card as objectives, milestones cards, MLS squad foundations. They released a Bojan card, they released a long card, and they released a Lima card. If we look at the stats wise more closely, these are some sick cards. And the MLS cards, the other ones who were supplied on the market, like the Rule Breakers or Para and the other informs, already rising up quite nicely. Look at this long with the 80 pace, 82 defending, 86 physical. The Lima is a left back with the high work rates, a very good agility and balance for a left back. And we also have Bojan, the 4-star, who could be a pretty solid super sub at this stage of the game. However, guys, this objective is actually, it doesn't expire, and since it doesn't expire, I do think that right now everything that you're looking at, if we go back to the Rule Breakers cards, it's hyped up. I feel like Opara at 75k, of course, if they up the price range, yeah, he could go higher if people start buying more and more of these, but it's still very hardly linkable and very hard to make a very solid team around all of these guys. So that alone, in my opinion, speaks that you guys shouldn't risk at 75k on any of these MLS cards. Like right now, Opara is too inflated in my opinion, and you should stay away, because I do think as soon as we're into the Black Friday market crash, these cards will drop alongside with the others and the hype will stop. Just as I was talking in the previous videos, if you guys look at the Brazil cards, the Shearer, Paulinho Inform, my thinking is that as soon as this hype goes away, as soon as they're not the shiny new cards on the market, they will start losing value as the weeks go by, because they're very hardly linkable and they're not the most meta ones on the market. Guys, positive thinking right now. Look at this. The prices are very high. They're going up even higher. I'm holding, of course, potentially going to sell my investments tomorrow, but next Thursday could also be a very solid time to sell. I'm definitely keeping Jimenez because I'm going to play with him. I do think most of the cards, because the market is so inflated, are good to be sold tomorrow. Many of your investments, many of the team of the weeks, everything like that, I do think would be a very solid time to start selling, because I feel like this will be the peak of the price, but the week after this one would still be very high. I don't think it will be as high as it is right now. I'm not looking at the Rule Breakers right now because they were just in packs, but the informs from team of the week 1, team of the week 2, all of the meta cards and everything like that, I do think the highest point is going to be tomorrow evening into Friday. From that moment on, the next week, even if you sell it, if you hold any cards in your team, for example, you hold Pogba gold card in your team. Right now he went out of pack, so he's not a good example, but let's say you hold I don't know, an Inform Rashford. He's probably going to reach 750k or something tomorrow evening or something like that, and that's going to be the peak. But into the week after, he might be down at 730 or something like that. So he still will be high, but he won't be as high as he will be this week. So don't worry not selling at the highest point. If you have any of the cards in your team, keep them. I'm going to keep Jimenez, of course, because I have it in my team right now. So if you play with any of the cards, hold on to them. Now let's go, before we go into the team of the week, because the team of the week was released, is looking like this right now. It's pretty shit, guys. I don't like it. I mean, the reds are going to be horrible. The only cards that are usable from my perspective are Gnabry, Felix. I'm a bit salty that they didn't release Cunha as a striker. Pretty bummed up about that, to be honest. I mean, there's none of these cards that could potentially fit very good in my team, except for maybe Felix as a cam, and even that, from my perspective, most of these cards are fodder value, which is good, because we have to stop investing in the high-end team of the week cards, high-end cards, because we're getting into the market crash slowly, and this is close to the peak of what the market is going to be at, and because the fodder is the only investment that we will be focusing on in the 2 weeks after the last time we sell next week sometime, and all of that. So the fodder is basically the cards that we will focus on. Now, looking at it, I do think many of these cards are going to be further valued, and many of these cards are going to be very good because they have good links. We're going to cover them more closely tomorrow when we know more prices. If I refresh the page right now, I don't know, they're not on the market enough time to be placed at a specific value that they can reach. Either way, I do think these are going to be very, very good investments, the further stats wise, into the end of November, into the end of this month, where we can profit from them very nicely. Another thing that happened today on stream, if we just look onto the market, let me just scroll onto there. Someone came into my stream and asked me, you know, Bale wants to watch this at 215 right now. Should I buy? We started jumping and going on in because I feel like the ones to watch as soon as it reached the lowest point when it started playing. Here's the deal. Bale wasn't playing for a week, 2-3 weeks, I don't know how long. But then at one point he was subbed in and scored a goal. I do predict he will start playing more regularly now, as he had a solid game. People predicted he's going to get into the team of the week. He did not get into the team of the week. And now, today, he was at a lower value than what he was when he was in packs. He was never at 215. At least I didn't see it. The lowest I saw was 225. And because of that, I do believe that 215 was a very good valued buy right now. I do predict he will be between 225, 230, 235, somewhere like that. He's gonna flow around those values. As soon as he'll get a better game, a good game, he's gonna get hyped up again, and you guys can make very good profits on a ones to watch like that, unless he gets injured. Of course, that's always the risk. If he gets a corona right now these days, some cards, like some players, go and don't play for 2 weeks. If that happens with Bale, he's probably gonna stagnate, go down in value during the Black Friday market crash period and all of that. But if you're lucky enough, if he has good games in the next 2 weeks, that is a very good price to get in and wait for another hype up. Guys, we're gonna probably go and check some of the goal cards or the past team of the weeks to flip into Thursday. Now, what I usually do, I go and check. You can do it like that yourself, so I'm just gonna show it what cards could be flippable into tomorrow. You can go and post minimum price 20k is usually what I target to, and max price 100k. Now, why I think some golds could be flippable tomorrow and could go actually up in value rather than down, because the supply should be lower. So many people are predicting that we'll get the Road to Final promo. Because we're getting the Road to Final promo and so many predicting that, they're gonna save packs. While they save packs, they're gonna open them on Friday. If they're not opening them on Thursday, the supply is gonna be lower just because the packs aren't open. But what will happen? The coins are getting into the market, because every single one, well, getting the packs, getting the rewards and anything like that from the rivals and from the foot champs, they're gonna get coins injected into their accounts, and there's still gonna be demand. So I do think that all in all, there is a risky time to get in now, but it can pay off a lot. You can go in on any of these gold cards and profit tomorrow with the rewards, sell them a bit higher. The cards, of course, you need to remember, don't look at the cards that had any team of the weeks that were out of packs or anything like that. Focus elsewhere on the cards, for example, like Ousmane Dembele, who wasn't out of packs, still supplied, Ben Yedder, Hazard, any of these cards. Like, if you will be looking at someone like Valverde, who was right now in the team of the week, that's a very unpredictable card because he was out of packs, he didn't have the supply, yada yada. He can go even lower with the supply tomorrow, so stay away from those kind of cards. If you go on the ones that were still supplied, that are at their close to their lowest points, I do think you can make good profits into tomorrow. Again, it's risky. If you want to go into a safer method, which I always recommend, go look at the informs. The informs that aren't supplied anymore. Team of the week 1, team of the week 2, team of the week 3, team of the week 4, and team of the week 5. Wants to watch team 1, wants to watch team 2, and the rule breakers, both teams. If you get any of these cards, you can have a higher bump tomorrow into the evening. Usually the evening is the time to sell. Flipping should be good tomorrow, just because not many people will open packs. If you focus on the gold ones, you can profit from it. It just gets to a point where you need to pull the trigger and check which specific price points would be good. I'm helping you out in the Discord if you're interested. The Patreon link is down below. I'm helping you out with any of the target prices. We're gonna go and buy some stuff tonight. So guys, if you have any questions as well, just drop them down below. I'm here to help you out. Tomorrow again, 5:30 p.m. UK time, Twitch streams. Make sure to be there, fellas. We're making mad coins lately, so we'll continue to do those. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.